the rest.
Leave it to the rest.
Opinionated, often hated, and we're stubborn.
Yeah.
But if we really like you, then we'll fuck you like no other.
Ooh.
A little hard to handle, yet we have an open mind. So
Hello, and thank you for tuning in to As Told by Aquarius, the podcast where I wonder, how do pigeons' claws or feet get injured? I've been seeing a lot of them just walking around with one hurt, broken foot. And I was like, what did they step in that, fucks their feet up? I just always wondered that. I hope all is well in your world and you have been staying hydrated. The world is slowly opening upon us and we must get ready to go outside. So hopefully the words of wisdom from the universe has something for us. And they read, you could work twice as hard to get a chore or a task done today, but the planets warn you may exhaust yourself if you do. On the other hand, if you put it on hold for a few more days, you may find that the task becomes a whole lot easier. I really feel like the words of wisdom from the universe are holding me down because, in all honesty, I really thought about going to Walmart today, but I actually told myself, no, let's just put it off till Saturday. So, see, it told me to wait. It told me to have patience. And that's exactly what I would like to talk about today. Patience and boredom. And some people are really fucking boring. And then they blame it on everybody else for not having the patience to deal with them. And honestly, that's not how it should work. It's not how it works at all. And it definitely is not how it works with an Aquarius. We as Aquarius get bored with people extremely fast. And of course, there are multiple reasons why we can get bored with someone. But today I would like to talk about direct communication and storytelling. Because those are the two things that kind of pull us into being interested in a human to later find out, you boring as fuck. Now, I like to think that I have a lot of patience. I've waited for people for long periods of time. I've sat and watched videos and movies I can give two shits about. However, I realize that my patience is wearing very thin when it comes to someone trying to tell me a story, especially via phone. I recently realized that my brain has a 5-minute timer when it comes to phone call conversations. Because if whatever you're telling me is entertaining, interesting, or you're providing me a lot of detail where I can ask you a question after you finish, I'm over it literally 3 minutes in. I've officially tuned out and I'm thinking about my next meal. Do I want Popeyes? Do I want a seafood boil? Do I want some roasted duck? Do I want ramen? Do I want alligator tacos? The list is endless. But that right there, my brain has now decided that is more important than listening to anything that you're telling me. And then you're going to be hearing me go, wow, that's crazy. For real? But I ain't hear shit you just said. And I know it's not nice, but it's true. Anybody dealing with Aquarius should know that we are mental, intellectual people. So you need to entertain our minds, give us details, pull us in. We want to be sucked into the wormhole where we can't get out and you just mind fuck us and we'll be like, you know what, I think I need you in my life forever. There's someone I know who tells stories horribly. Only about 10% of the time they get it right and I'm captivated. Ooh, that sounds cool. Wish I could have been there. That sounds amazing. Tell me more. But 90% of the time, it's a no for me. How do you make accidentally getting into a threesome in Amsterdam boring? Tell me how. The title alone sounds like some off-the-wall, made-for-TV, BET Uncut ratchet shit. But it made me want to go to sleep. And I read the articles. I see the memes. I'm pretty sure it does hold some truth to us in certain situations. But they're always throwing out, zoning out, absent-minded, being aloof. But has anybody ever taken the time to figure out why the fuck we do that? Here's why. Because you're probably not entertaining. I'm not learning anything from this conversation. It's very lackluster. And 9 times out of 10, you're boring. Okay, so you're like, hey, Aquarius, it's not nice to call somebody boring. I might disagree with you. However, being that mental health is in the forefront of most of the things that are going on in the world today, we need to preserve the mental. We need to preserve the sanity. We need to get the fuck off the phone when the conversation is boring. If I feel that having an argument with myself in the mirror is going to be more mentally fulfilling than listening to anything that you have to say, that's a problem. Now, whether you feel that it's a me problem, it might be. So I'm just going to now hang up the phone and I ain't going to listen to nothing you say. And as I'm talking to you, I'm thinking of 2 specific situations that can make this even more of a drag. If you're in person and you can't get away, and if you're on a first date and you can't get away. No. And of course, you never want to come off rude. Your whole internal intention is never to come off rude, especially if no one has actually done anything to you. But on a first date, it's worse, especially if they ask you, so tell me about yourself. If I met you on a dating app, don't ever ask me that, because there has to be something in my profile you could have picked to ask me a specific question so we can start this conversation off. Now I have to sit here eating breadsticks telling myself, you know what? Be patient. It could get better. It could really get better. It's too early to use the emergency friend phone call. It is too early for the emergency friend phone call. You know what? I'm going to start drinking this water real fast so I can take a bathroom break and regroup. Yeah, that'll work. Or how about you walking past your coworker and they involuntarily talk about the vacation that just came back from that you didn't ask about. But you can't just walk away, because you know at some point during the day you're going to need them for something. Patience, baby. Patience. We got this. But then again, you can turn around and be like, Deborah, I'm pretty sure your vacation was awesome. I saw some of the Instagram pics. It looked amazing. But I have yet to have my peppermint tea or my highly caffeinated coffee. So we're going to have to continue this conversation at a later date. I'll come back around after lunch. You know you ain't coming back. You know damn well you ain't coming back. And Deborah probably know it too. But it's Deborah, so you know she gonna find your ass right after lunch talking about, Aquarius, come, let me show you what the babies were at the pool. Seriously though, I think one way you can test to find out if you either communicate properly, can tell a story in an exciting manner, or just want to test your damn patience for the day, find a child or a teenager. Yes. Why, you might ask? Because their attention spans are shit. Now with a teenager, of course, they're going to be constantly in their phone. Now with a child, they're probably not going to be able to sit still for 3 minutes. So if you can hold the attention of either one of those individuals by telling a story and having them ask questions and keeping them there with you for probably 3 minutes or more, you, my friend, one, can definitely tell a story. And you're probably not the boring friend in your group. Overall, even though you may have experienced some of the most wildest adventures in your life, you have wrestled with an alligator, you have rode on the back of an emu, you have eaten scorpions in the Wakandan jungle. If you don't know how to tell that story correctly and hold my attention, I'm probably going to consider you boring. Oh, and if you happen to be one of those people whose life routine right now is literally waking up to go to work to come back home to watch TV, I'm going to definitely consider you boring. Unless you are an actual movie buff, then I might give you a pass. Because there is more to life than waking up and going to work to pay bills and television. Go outside and have an adventure. Walk down a street you never walked on before. Go on a vacation. Go find a new hobby. Go do something totally different than what you did today and the day before, with in hopes to grab the attention of the mysterious, illustrious Aquarius. I just made us sound like unicorns, but like low-key, we are. And if you ever feel that you can't tell a story properly or don't know how to communicate properly, Google it, because I'm pretty sure somebody that made a YouTube video about it, and like, it can help you. Live long and prosper.